Morning Marketing Podcast is brought to you by Esther of IPA Group, bringing premier online promotion to your business.
And Melanie of Stomp Social Media Training, who empowers business owners to manage social media and marketing for themselves.
Welcome back to another episode of the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. Today we're talking about marketing and how it only works when you... Okay, so lots of things to dive into here, but first...
Yeah, so marketing only works when you do what?
Well, everything. I was talking to somebody the other day and they said, because they're a solopreneur, then they have to do everything in their business. They are the marketer, they are the image creator. So they are everything in their business when it comes to marketing. They are the ads manager, they are the brand ambassador, they are the logo designer, etc., etc. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about what you have to do to make marketing work for your brand, right? So give us an example.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think if you're intending to market yourself, it's much... a lot of people think, well, I just need to tell everybody what I do and how I do it and where I do it, and that should be enough. But basically, you're spamming people if you're just generalizing like that. Which is kind of funny because I'm a generalist and so are you pretty much.
Yeah.
But, it's so much easier to talk about direct and specific aspects of support or guidance, or a product or a service than it is to say, I help you with marketing. That's not enough. If you say, I help you with LinkedIn marketing, I help you find good and appropriate connections and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So be more specific, I think, is marketing only works when you are specific.
It does. It also only works when you are consistent. So if you only post once a month or once every 6 months, you're not being consistent. I'm not saying you have to post every single day. I'm just saying post when you have something to talk about and post it consistently. So if every Monday, like us, we have our podcast that goes out every Monday, so we post every Monday about our podcast. So that's us being consistent. We throw up the podcast, we have it all ready for you guys to listen to, so that your Monday is off to a consistent start by listening to our marketing podcast. So find a way that works for you. If it is only once a month, then fine, but make sure it's on the same sort of day and time each month, so your followers know that's when you're going to do it.
I think marketing also only works when you set aside a deliberate marketing budget and don't just go, oh, I've got an extra £100 this week or this month or whatever. Because I think people generally feel, well, if I feel I've got the money in the account, I'll do it. But I think you've got to really set aside, and it doesn't have to be sizable, but you have to set aside a smallish budget, whilst you're being consistent, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've just got to be realistic. You've got to pay for these things these days. You've got to pay to play.
Yes, unfortunately. And that doesn't matter what platform you're on, which is another thing we're going to talk about. Your marketing only works when you're on the correct platform for you. It doesn't work when you're on the platform that you like best necessarily. It only works where your audience is. So if they're on a different platform than you are, you need to get on that platform and use the correct media on that platform. So if you're on Instagram, use images, visually lovely and inviting images. If you're on TikTok, obviously it's videos, and with or without music, with audio, obviously. Subtitles also help. Think of your audience. Marketing only works when you study your analytics. I know, here I go again, talking about the numbers and the boring bit about, and sorry to keep you awake on a Monday morning, or maybe even drifting you off to sleep on a Monday morning. But your analytics tell you everything you need to know. How many people are on the platform? How many people have liked your post, forwarded your post, shared your post, bookmarked your post? use that post to go to your website. Everything that you need to know is on that. Although I was reminded that some people could be screenshotting your posts. So don't get disheartened if there's only 2 likes. Also, there are glitches in the system and it could tell you there's 345 likes and comments, but only 123 people were reached. So these things happen. Don't get disheartened.
You're looking at me again.
Because it's your turn again. See this ping pong thing we're doing here, Melanie? No.
Oh, yeah, okay, right. Sorry, yes. So marketing only works when you've got a plan for who's going to be doing what and when. So my suggestion to you is stop being a headless chicken. It doesn't serve you any purpose at all. We typically outsource our accounts. We typically outsource our getting our car fixed, that sort of thing. So I think if you were being really honest with yourself, there's probably other stuff you can outsource as well. It could be designing graphics, it could be updating your website, it could be copywriting, it could be product photography. I mean, why should you be the one to do it all when somebody else can do it probably faster,
Yeah,
probably better? And if you were doing stuff that you were actually much better at, you'd probably earn more money as well.
absolutely. Which brings me to my point, which is it only works when you have a strategy.
Hmm.
So again, without a strategy, you're a headless chicken, like Melanie just said, and you're not fulfilling any of your marketing goals. So unless you have a strategy written down, and I do mean written down, not just in your head, as to where you want to be, who you want to reach, how many sales you want to make using your marketing. And we're not just talking here about social media marketing, guys. Marketing is everything. Marketing is going to the networking meetings. Marketing is word of mouth. Marketing is updating your website, like Melanie said. If you don't have a strategy in place, nothing will get done. And this time next year, you'll be in exactly the same position. So get your strategy. And it doesn't have to be, oh, well, today, I have to sit down and write my strategy, and this is the strategy I'm going to follow for the next year. It can be on a month to month basis, week to week basis, as long as you have an end point in mind that by the end of the year, you want to have 100 sales, 1,000 sales, whatever it is that will keep your business ticking over, keep you with your head above water, keep you with a roof over your head, whatever it is that you need, then have that strategy in place.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Marketing only works when you stop getting in your own way.
Amen to that, sister.
Amen to that. We all make excuses for poor results, for not doing something, for not being ready or prepared. And we all get imposter syndrome, even us.
Yep.
So, if you feel you are getting in your own way, then please stop it. Because no one else is going to make this business that you're running any more successful than you can. It's your business, it's your baby. So, mistakes happen, and sometimes you can get in your own way in all sorts of different ways. You can, we all need to have a good, sensible work life balance. I completely agree. But something has to give. And sometimes it's, I need more time to spend with my family. So I need to outsource stuff so that I can do the work I need to do on my business and still spend time with my family. So stop getting in your own way. I think that's a big one, because especially as solopreneurs, we tend to do it an awful lot.
Absolutely. And I think that's a good one to end on because there's so many things that we can say about marketing, whether it's digital marketing, print marketing, word of mouth marketing. There's so many different ways that marketing can work for you. but you do need to let it work for you. Okay, so if you're holding yourself back, you're not doing yourself or your family or the people around you, your clients especially, you're not doing them any favors. So, with that in mind, get in touch. Let us know what other ways marketing works for you. And we'll be back next week with more Monday Morning Marketing. Until then, bye bye.
Bye, guys. You know that's going to need some serious editing, don't you?
Nah.
Or you're gonna keep them as bloopers?
Why not? Why not?
You're gonna keep them in? Are you serious?
No, not. If it was a video, maybe, with me looking at you funny going, what now? But
You do realise that if they've really been edited, people are going to wonder what the heck we're talking about now, huh?
we'll keep them guessing. Answers in a postcard.